Hello, everyone. If you're here, I actually put the questions up a little late, so I'll give you guys a few minutes just to put some questions up in the chat. Or if you want, you can go to the posts that we have in the community on the community side, and you can put your questions there. But I'll give you just a few minutes to put up your questions because I am late as far as doing the questions. So I'll give you guys just a few minutes. Put your questions either in the chat or go to those community posts and put them in there. I answer the community post questions first, so it's better to put them in there if you have the time. Otherwise, just drop them in the chat and just put question and then put whatever your question is. And I'll give you guys like 5 minutes to do that. And then yeah, we'll get this thing started. And I'll go a little bit longer since I forgot to put the questions in. So I'll probably put this one I'll probably do like an hour and a half today. So, go get your popcorn. Hey, folks, if you're just joining, go ahead and drop your questions. I'm giving you guys a few minutes to put some questions in because I forgot to put my question thing up. And then I'll hop on. So just make sure you put question in front. And then we'll go ahead and get started here in a few minutes. Hello, everybody. Oh, my bad. I would look like I was gone for longer than 5 minutes. uh, yeah, I just wanted to give some time for everybody to leave questions because I forgot to ask the questions on our little community page, so I just wanted to give some time. But I'm here now. I'm here. I'm here. I should have set a timer. All right. So make sure you put question. Uh, Make sure you put question in front of your questions if you have questions. I'm pulling up the Twitch now, and then I will let you guys see my pretty face. How's everybody doing? Radium TX, I see you. Ristol, John Chavez, Meat Salad, Ryan McCurdy, Bags 100K. All right, I'm up on Twitch. All right, I see you. Omega Radium, Disarray 306. Good morning or evening, depending on where you are. That's Willie Cool, Citizen Ninja. I see you all. All right. Let me get you all. Let me get you all up on the video thing, and then we'll get this show on the road here. Let's see. Again, don't forget to put question in front of your questions, or go to our little YouTube community post and put your questions there. Otherwise, I'll just talk. I've been told I talk too much, but that might actually come in handy for streaming. You know. Yes, you can only see my desktop right now. That is on purpose right now. I was supposed to just turn my camera on, but per usual, I'm having some technical difficulties. I'm getting it together as we speak. All right, let's see if I can pull this off here. Okay, let's go here, 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 and here. Aha! I think I figured it out. All right. Yeah, I get it. It's dual streaming is always like a really weird thing. So, you know, if you don't want to do that, that's cool. But if you do, much appreciated. All right. Can he fix it? Do 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 do. Can he fix it? Hey, I can see myself. All right. Oh ho! Ha ha! Ha ha! I am partially fixed. Let's see if we can oh, I'm a little low over here. And we're missing some lights. So, let's do this. Aha. You guys like my little picture of me? That's pictures from a long time ago. Okay, it looks like we need to go up just a little bit. I think we're cooking. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna stream for a lot longer. All right, so if I did this correctly, then when I do this, oh, it's locked. Okay, so then I should be able to do this. And then, because I did that, then when I do this, haha, haha. Hello, everybody. My face is finally here. So my issue was that I have a new tripod, and the tripod decided it wanted to, it still wants to. It wants me to sit very far away. That's what my tripod decided. But yes, now that we have a setup, the tripod should be like this all the time. So we should be good to go all the time. I just got to figure out my lighting over here. Because my lighting doesn't agree with me all the time. Does that help? Nope, that's still bad. What if I turn it this way? Nope. All right, we're just gonna have to sit right here. There we go. All right. I don't see a whole lot of questions in here, so you guys must just want me to talk. All right, let's get this party started then. So 30 minutes later, we're finally starting the actual stream. If you're not dual streaming, go ahead and dual stream, because of course, if you leave comments, 2 comments at least 7 minutes apart on every video, then you're going to qualify for our prize. We're giving away a prize for both YouTube and Twitch. So if you want to qualify for both, you have to stream on both. And if you don't feel like doing that, I totally understand. All right, I do have a question from John Chavez. What IP do you want? Do you want to get the Star Kitten treatment? Ooh, Star Kitten flavor. I actually think I would want it on a ship. And I'm trying to think, what ship would it like make the most sense on? Ooh. Does this thing change things? Ooh, I have a light. Ooh, now it's getting spooky. What if I put it right there? Aha! It drastically overlights my face. Oh, I can make it do weird things. I don't want to do that. But I think that fixes my problem. Except now I'm not centered in the camera. Which, let's see if I can fix that. There we go. It's a little too high, but that's okay. You don't need to see my shirt. My face is all you need. So what ship do I want to get the Star Kitten treatment? I think my first thought is the Mercury Star Runner, just because of the popularity of the ship. It's got that big flat face at the top, so like you would be able to see all the details and stuff. Because it's not just like what ship should it, like what ship could it be on? It's what ship would it look right on? Because if you put the Star Kitten symbol on like a whole sea, I mean, you probably can make it work, but it would be, I don't know how much sense it would make. But then again, it's Star Kitten, so like, you know, I mean, we're really talking Hello Kitty, but like, you know, we know what's going on. We know what's going on, CIG. We're just trying not to say it out loud too many times, because, you know, copyright and so on and so forth. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look up a list of the ships, because I don't want to say, oh, just put it on the Mercury Star Runner. Like, I think everybody that owns one of those is like, put it on one. I do not own one, by the way. So I'm not saying it just because I own one, because I don't own one. In order to do that, I'd have to own one, and I don't. Let's see what else we got here. All right. What else we got? Come on. My technology does not want to work today. All right, here we go. Finally. All right. What ship should it be on? Okay, the Ares. Pretty. Oh, that's another Crusader ship, though. It could be on the Ares. I could imagine like a huge, like Star Kitten face on an Ares on right next to a gigantic gun shooting at you. That would be extremely embarrassing for the Hello Kitty gun to like shoot you in the face. uh, yeah, that would be pretty awesome. The F8C, you could definitely put it on the F8C. I think putting it on combat ships is like the most interesting thing. Or putting it on like ships that are like hyper industrial, where it would like completely like make it seem like it doesn't make sense on that thing. Like if you put it on like the Reclaimer, like that would be really cool. Like they put the pink skin on the Reclaimer. There's so many people rocking the pink Reclaimer skin. So yeah, I think there's a few ships you could put it on. What else would be a pretty good one? Ooh, put it on an A2. Imagine getting bombed out by a A2 with a kitty on it. That would be that would be awesome. Um, all right, let's see. Let's see if we got any more questions. Make sure you put question in front of your question, and I will try to answer it. All right. We're going, let's see what YouTube has. Oh, I can pop this out. I was trying to pop it out earlier. It wasn't working. Make sure you're dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch so you qualify for both prizes. But if you don't feel like it, you don't feel like it. You know? If you don't care about the prize, that's cool. All right, so let's see. Oh, you said IP. You didn't say ship. Did I just add an SH to your. He said, what IP do you want to get the Star Kitten treatment? I thought you said ship. Do I think about ships so much that I just add letters to all words that have IP in it? Does that mean like if somebody said shh, then I would add an IP to that? That's wild. You definitely didn't say ship. But hey, there's a free question. There you go. Um Star Kitten? I don't know. You can't put it in too many intellectual properties because people will get upset. So it would work really well in something like a Marvel, but if you tried to do it in like a Star Wars or something, I think the fans would get like really crazy about it. Um so yeah. Oh, I like the Ironclad and Ironclad Assault. That would be cool if that got it. Oh, and like what else? What else? We could get some other IP stuff in, but that was technically the Star Kitten thing was like I don't know if Hello Kitty approved that or if it was like well, we're gonna we're just gonna take a chance here and like because it's so limited, I don't think we'll get sued. But who knows? CIG definitely has enough money to license it. Like they could definitely send out something to like, DC or Marvel and say, "Hey, can we use your superhero logo for this one ship or something?" And that would probably work really well for Star Citizen, uh, because it brings those people like it gives like Disney or whoever like a reason to mention like, hey, there's this game Star Citizen and you can earn a ship in it, and then that brings attention to the Star Citizen universe and so on and so forth. What's up, Voodoo Child? Let's see. Naruto. That would be interesting. That'd be hard to get though. All right. Let's see what we got on Twitch. I did see some other stuff on here. So it is 12:40 p.m. my time. I'll be streaming for a little bit longer because it took me a while to get started here. So if you're just joining, don't worry. We have much more than 20 minutes of streaming left. Ooh, let me see if I can do something here. Oh, blurry. Ooh, clear. Oh, blurry again. Ooh. Oh. When I sit back, it's different. Ah. Oh, that's the wrong way. Aha. There we go. Yes. Yes. So I have to stay seated to make sure that we don't lose focus here. Yeah. Nice camera upgrade. I appreciate that, Full Nelson. It definitely needed to happen. So that our green screen would actually screen. Look at that. You could see in between my fingers now. Before it would have just been blurry and all up in here. All right. So let's see. You said last one, you said you were a 13 series? No, I was a Delta. I was a 13 Delta, not a 13 Bravo. So 13 Bravos are, if you're not familiar, we're talking about field artillery. I told everybody I was in the Army for 9, or I don't know if I told you how long. I was in the Army for 9 years. 9 years, 1 day, and 22 hours, actually, to be specific. If I counted my time, you could probably assume what my experience was like. But, yeah, I was in there for 9 years. I was a 13 Delta for 4 of those years. Yeah, 4 of those years I was a 13 Delta, and 6 of those years I was a 25 Bravo. 25 Bravo. So 13 Delta is field artillery, tactical data system specialist. The Bravos are the ones basically who, there's big artillery guns, and essentially there's people who load those guns, and then there's people who do the brain part to figure out where to point the guns at, and like what the meteorological data is, and you know, how far up it has to be pointed, and figure out azimuths and all that stuff. Anyway, that's what I did. I did that part. So I was supposed to be safe at HQ. You know, it's a combat MOS, but I was supposed to be safe at HQ, which I was for part of my deployment. But then they started, you know, sending me places, and it got crazy. I did some MP work. Like, you if you're in the Army, if you know, you can go needs of the Army even without going needs of the Army. Like, even if your MOS is still your MOS, when you get deployed and you go to Iraq or Afghanistan, well, it'll be different places now, I suppose. But like, when you go, the job you end up doing when you get there is not necessarily the job that you signed up for. So that's just kind of how it works. So I end up doing more MP work. I was on the radios for a hot minute. So I was a FOBIT for a little bit. And then what else? What else did I do? I was on personal security detachment for a while, so I was like protecting the bigwigs. Yeah, we kicked down a few doors, you know, that type of thing. I don't really talk a whole lot about the deployment part because that's not fun to talk about. Like, who wants to talk about deployments on a stream? But I will say this: we built a school in Afghanistan, so that was really cool. Who knows if it's still there? But hey, we built the school, and that I am very much so proud of. And we taught a few people English, so yeah, you know, it is what it is. Let's see. Do you think CIG will eventually release ground vehicles that can be operated while the player is in a mech suit? Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh. Hold on. I just realized. Oh, it keeps my thing says Monday live stream instead of Wednesday. What's going on? Oh, I must have saved that as my like standard, cuz it's definitely Wednesday today. And today is not the 7th, it is the 9th. There we go. We fixed that. Thanks for bringing that up. I don't know if we'll get a vehicle. Um, I don't know if we'll get a ground vehicle that operates with a mech suit. I think if I had to guess, I would think it would be more like you could take a mech onto a vehicle, but you wouldn't be able to operate it while in the mech suit. So I think they'll create a vehicle where the mech suit can be on it, but then you get out of the mech suit part and then you get into like a seat. Because I just think the mechanics of operating the vehicle from the mech suit might be a little bit more complicated. But I would say never though. Because, you know, if people ask for it enough. The only thing I wish I could do is pop this out. Cause see, I have to put the chat over my face. I don't want to do that. I don't want to put the chat over my face. All right, here we go. No chat over the face. All right, so what else we got? Have you played the 2.4.2 PTU, and if yes, what is your opinion on it? I hopped on just to kind of see what the MFDs look like, but I didn't really play it because I don't have time right now. And to be completely honest with you, I won't have a whole lot of time until CitizenCon. After CitizenCon, because I think I still have 17 ships to review, and I only got 9 days. I have 9 days, and technically I only have 8 days because one of those days I actually have to pack and get on a plane. So I have 8 days and I have 17 vehicles slash ships to review. So yeah, I'm not gonna have any time to play video games because we are going to review every ship by CitizenCon. We're reviewing every ship by CitizenCon. Okay. Now, if a new one comes out between now and CitizenCon, hey, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It wouldn't make sense. They're gonna reveal it at CitizenCon. So obviously the ones that are revealed at CitizenCon are gonna be for next year. But we're reviewing every ship by CitizenCon. We've reviewed I think 200 ships. Isn't that insane? I've only been really operating this YouTube channel since December 4th. Like it's older than that because I just did like I started it just to keep the name, you know, just to get the name and make sure nobody else took the name. But like it didn't actually start producing videos until December 4th, 2023. And it is only October 9th. And we have done 200 plus ship reviews. That is insane. And we've done, I think, 300 videos. 300 videos in 10 months. That's got to be like some type of record or something. I don't know. It's got to be at least a record in the Star Citizen community. But yeah, I felt like I didn't want to just be another streamer slash YouTuber. I wanted to actually earn my space, you know. So I felt like, what other way to earn your place than to just work hard and just like create as many videos as humanly possible. So like people don't think you're just like, oh, I just do YouTube as a hobby. No, I'm putting some effort into this stuff here. So there you have it. That's gonna be my claim to fame, reviewing every ship in Star Citizen in less than 11 months, 200 plus ships. Oh my goodness, it's like every time I say it, I get a little bit of a headache. But yeah, we only got a few more left. Yeah, we're definitely gonna we're gonna do some two a days. We're gonna do some three a days. We'll see what I can pull off today and tomorrow. But get prepared. There's gonna be a lot of videos coming, folks. If you're just joining, make sure you dual stream on both um, uh, Twitch and YouTube so that you qualify for our prize on Twitch, because the Twitch prizes are better because Twitch has to watch ads. Like they can't. Well, I guess you can buy the thing for Twitch, but yeah, it's a little bit more of a hassle with Twitch. So we give better prizes for people who watch on Twitch. So make sure you're dual streaming on there. And make sure you leave a comment 7 minutes in between on Twitch so you qualify. Every time you do it, you got to watch 7 streams throughout the month to qualify. Leave a comment at least 7 minutes apart. Doesn't matter what it says, as long as it obeys the Twitch guidelines, of course. All right, what else? Now, a mech, you said mech suited ground vehicles. I do think they could have a transforming. I think they would have a transforming ground vehicle before they did like a mech attached to a ground vehicle. Like I could imagine like a ground vehicle that like puts you in this transformer type of thing. Again, copyright. They might run into some copyright issues there, but I could imagine like a really fast mech or suit that has wheels on it, and then it like kind of transforms up and has some other function, and then it transforms back down to a vehicle, and then you could just go. That I could see coming. But again, this is stuff that now when we talk about stuff that's way far away, that's something I wouldn't expect to see that for like 6 or 7 years. Ray says he watched every single vehicle or every single video since January. That's awesome, Ray. I appreciate that. Um, this is the type of like support that I never expected to get when I came to this space, like the YouTube space. Like there's so many people who have reached out and been like, "Yo, man, like you helped me with my fleet and you helped me do this, and like I was wondering about this and you made a video about it, and like you're my primary source for news," which I apologize to the people who were using me as their primary source for Star Citizen news because it seems like it stopped abruptly. Well, that's because I was behind on my ship reviews and I have massive catching up to do. So from now till CitizenCon, unless something like massive happens between now and then, the only videos you're going to see are ship reviews. But I do more than ship reviews. So if you're new to the channel, go back and look prior to like September 15th and you'll see that I did a lot more than ship reviews. So also make sure leave comments on the videos and stuff about videos that you'd like to see, because I have a lot of ideas myself, but I also want to do what the community wants. Like what do you want to see covered in a Star Citizen video? But I have a million ideas. I have like the use case where I go through every ship and it's kind of like going to be like a every year thing where I kind of go through every ship and talk about what the use case is for the current patch. That way, and maybe a little bit of the future use case. Just kind of a review update. And then I have some videos that I'm going to do about components. I started those already. I did one about coolers, and I think I did one about power plants. Those might already be outdated though, because they just dropped a bunch of engineering gameplay. But they're not completely outdated, because most of what I did in those videos is explain what all the stats mean. I didn't really say how they function, so I could just do like a part 1 and part 2 thing. And those videos would still be valid. Um, or I could just like take that video and attach it and edit it and do some stuff with it. Um, yeah. And then of course I'm going to CitizenCon. So if you have questions that I should ask to some of the developers, if I get that chance, I bought a VIP ticket, so I don't know. Maybe that means I can talk to a developer or two. I mean, they're just walking around, I assume. This is my first CitizenCon, so I don't know. But yeah, I plan on bringing my very, very professional looking camera rig, so people might think that I work for ABC or like a major news organization, AP or Reuters or something. maybe they'll think that and they'll be like, oh, I want to interview for that guy. Yeah, because when it, you know what? Can I do that? I could do that, but I don't have my phone on me. Ah. I'll take a picture of my whole rig. I was actually supposed to like film what this all looks like and show it to the members. So like members, you'll get like a whole video thing, but like everybody else, you get a picture of what my rig looks like. But yeah, it's kind of crazy looking. It does look professional. When my wife saw it, my wife was like, "How much was that?" and then I no, she already knew how much it was. I think she did. No, she did that. I mean that didn't actually happen. It was more like a. I already know it's expensive, and the look was how much was it, but the question didn't get asked. But she knows it's expensive, so that's the key here. All right, let's go back to these questions. Do you think they will do ship customizer like they did on the 300? I think they did talk about canceling that. I think it was too much of a hassle. I think like it was too much. It took too much developer time. So I don't know if they canceled it so much as they like put it on the back burner and like this is something we'll do much later. Because I think that so many things were changing in the game and they kept having to go back to the 300i or the 300 series customizer and like retooling the entire thing just to get it to work with a new patch. So I don't think it's gonna come back anytime soon. Or I mean, come back. I don't think it'll be expanded to other ships anytime soon. But I do think in the future we'll have something similar to it because that was very well received. Like people love that. There were people who bought the 300i just so they could customize it. So I do think that'll come back. But I also think it will be limited. Like I don't think you're like I don't think you'll be able to import your own images or anything like that. Because they do want to still sell ship skins, but I do think you'll be able to choose like base colors, like make your ship all black or all blue or something like that. What I would like to see, actually, outside of it just being like a pick your color thing, is you find paints in the verse or you find blueprints to create a paint or maybe you have to craft a paint or something like that. I would love to see it more like that because I think that would make a little bit more sense. Like then you have rare paints, right? Like everybody can't just go and get a black paint and apply that to their entire ship. You have to find a paint and then you have to make sure that it works with that particular vehicle's you know armor plating or something like that, just to make sure that it sticks, right? So you can have ship specific paints. So that just gives more gameplay, right? It gives you a reason to go and and look for things. It also helps, with people who are going to build ships and build bases and stuff like that. It also provides some uniqueness to everything because now it's not like, well, we all have black ships or we all have white ships. Or we all have green or blue. Like it's no, like you have whatever colors you found in the verse, and then like of course you get the base paint, and then of course you can buy paints, outside of this. But I'm saying those paints should be like specific with like graphics or maybe multicolors and stuff like that. Whereas these other ones are like things you can find in the verse. I think that would be a pretty cool way to do it. And the ship customizer would then just become whatever paints you have, you can apply them in different ways to your own ship. So if I have a black and a white paint, like I can mix those and put like white on the wings and black on the, and then that way it's not like you have access to every color. You have to play the game, unlock some colors, and then you're good to go. Let's see. Do you think the mechs will reserve fall damage? I think that's what you're saying. Reserve fall damage? As in, like, you won't get fall damage if you jump somewhere on a mech. I don't think, maybe not completely get rid of the fall damage, but maybe reduce it. And I don't know if that'll apply to all mechs. I would assume there's going to be some type of rock climbing or spelunking, like cave diving type of mech, and that maybe with a mining arm or something, and that one might drastically reduce fall damage, but I don't think it'll be like applied to all mechs. We have 15 folks. Oh my god, we got a lot of people on here. What's up, folks? If you're on YouTube, make sure you dual stream. Leave a comment 7 minutes in between on Twitch so you qualify for the Twitch rewards as well. Or just chill on YouTube. That's cool too. Let's see what else we got. Let's try to get some of these questions answered. I'm gonna be streaming at least another 30 minutes because it took me a while to hop on here. So I'm extending the time that I'm streaming, so make sure I get everybody's questions in. Make sure everybody gets their full streams worth. Let's see what else we got. Make the ATLS feet stick to the cargo grid. Yes, we need that. Eric R says, I love your ship reviews. Thanks. I appreciate that. These ship reviews are difficult. They take a lot of research, so I appreciate that. Squadron 42 monthly report is now up. Okay. Super hype for the Orion vid. Yes, so am I. Next up, I'm doing the constellations. That video will be out today. So this is going to be one to watch. Constellations, that video is going to come out today. It's gonna be that one's gonna be a fun one. I've been waiting to review the constellations for so long, trying not to like reveal what my scores are. Let's see. Are you including the Peregrine in your account or in my count? No. Yes, actually, yes, I am including the Peregrine. So, ships that came out since. I think the last ship I'll do is either going to be, I'm supposed to be doing these in alphabetical order. So I think the Ironclad is going to be the last ship that I do, which is a Drake ship. I know I'm doing RSI now. Tumbril is next, I think. And then after Tumbril, I have to go back and do the backlog. So think the Saber Peregrine, the Saber Firebird, the Atlas, and then there's like one more in there that I'm missing. There's one more. I have a list. Let me see. Let me pull my list up. Yeah, so I was doing them in alphabetical order just so I didn't play favorites, because I feel like I would have immediately played favorites and just did all the ships I didn't like at the end. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to be like kind of a fair, some way of doing it fairly. So let's see. And I have all of my ratings and everything saved for every ship that I've done. So, I'll give away a few of them, right? Like the Freelancer Max, I gave 6. The Ares Starfighter Inferno, I gave a 6. The let's see. Oh, let's see. The Gladius, I gave a 9. There you go. There's some of those for you. Ubo, I see you. Yeah. So I have Tumbril next. Yeah, Tumbril is the last manufacturer. Then I have to go back and I have to do the Saber Firebird, the Saber Peregrine. I have to do the Atlas. And yeah, then the last ship I think will be the Ironclad. I think that'll be the last ship, and then I will have done, I will have reviewed every ship in Citizen Con. Or in Citizen Con, in Star Citizen. If you're just joining on the chat, make sure you're dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch so you qualify for both rewards. And leave those comments 7 minutes apart so that you qualify. Got to do it on at least 7 videos though. So keep coming on back. All right, what else we got? No, we got some more questions in here, or statements. You want your dirt bike, Jesse Schwarm? I want my dirt bike too. I don't own one, but as soon as it releases, I'm gonna have one. I'll probably get it in game though. I do have one in my buyback though with LTI, so you know, there's that. Question: Hover speeder more of a car than a bike? 1 to 3 people or tracked industrial vehicle? Tank but mining laser instead of a cannon. I do think we'll get like an industrial. Like I think we'll get something bigger than a rock, or I guess it would be bigger than a rock DS. With like a legit mining laser on it, like a full sized ship mining laser on it, and I think it'll be flatter, like a little bit wider, so that it can fit into everybody's like hangars, and then it'll like I think they're gonna build it. Whatever they do with it, they'll build it to where it can fit inside of the Arastra. I think that's gonna be like you're gonna need a very large ship to take it, but I could also see them just taking the Nova tank, shortening it a little bit, and then replacing that gun with the mining arm. Like they could do that. That would work. Um, yeah, they could definitely do that because the Nova tank already fits 3 people in it. You could change one of those seats to just be like the mining operator seat. Then you have a driver, and then you have a co-pilot. You know, um, yeah, it could work. Oh, and the hover speeder thing, more of a car than a bike. A hover speeder. Hover speeder. Um, I guess I don't know if they'll do. I guess because I kind of see the hover bikes already as kind of speeders. But you said it's more of a car, so I take it you're thinking like a little bit of Star Warsy in things here. So I see what you're saying, like a car, like it would be like a vehicle except no wheels, right? It would be like maybe like the Cyclone except without wheels, it hovers. If I take you correctly, I think that's what you mean. That would be really cool. So I would hope that would carry 4 people, but I could see it being like a tricycle looking thing, or like what do you call those bikes with 3 wheels? Those motorcycles with 3 wheels. I could see it looking like something like that, and then there's one person on the left, one person on the right, and then one person in the back, or one person in the front. Yeah, actually, that would probably make more sense. One person in the front, and then 2 people in the back, and then maybe they got like little turrets, little not I wouldn't say like size 1 turrets or anything like that, but maybe like some small like FPS turrets, that would be pretty cool. Um, and then you just got the driver can only drive, but then the 2 co-pilots can like operate those weapons, and that I think that would be pretty cool. I like that idea. A mining atlas, yes. Look, if you don't think that we're gonna get an atlas or like a mech suit for every single trade, you are mistaken. We're gonna get one for every single one because CIG knows that is a gold mine. And if you ask me, the atlas releasing right now, like releasing at the time it released, was not by accident. I think they had the atlas in their pocket for a long time, and they were like, as soon as like we get like the worst news or the worst like the worst I don't know what I would say like as soon as we're doing really bad in the eyes of a lot of fans, we'll just drop the atlas and it will smooth everything over. Like and that's not, I don't personally think that they're doing bad, but I know there's a lot of people upset about like the nerfs of certain ships and like the changes in some of the gameplay and stuff like that. So I think they kind of had the atlas just kind of sitting in their pocket, and they were like, you know what? Yeah, we'll sprinkle that on Star Citizen fan base as soon as they get a little upset with us. And I think they have a few more things up their sleeve like that as well. But yeah, I think we'll get one. I think we'll get a mech for every single profession that it makes sense for. Like I try to think of like how would you do it with like a medical, like how would you what would be in a medical mech, and maybe all I can think of is it like helps you like pick up a patient and take them with you or something. Maybe you can put them on your back or something. Like you put them on like a gurney and then you attach the gurney to your back or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I think you can do one. They can figure out a way to do one for every single variant or every single job in Star Citizen. Let's see. I don't need skins. I just need my Liberator. I don't currently own a Liberator, but I feel you, man. I understand. I feel the same way about my Ironclad. I still firmly believe Anvil is next in line. Next in line after RSI. I think I put Anvil up there. I have a video on this about which one I think will be next. Yeah, I think I did say Anvil. I think Anvil will be next. I have Anvil and I think I have Drake like just behind it. Um, I think it's gonna depend on which one's easier to make. Like which one has more ships like in the backlog, which one is easier to make, and which one is relevant for Squadron 42. And I think Anvil ships are going to be more relevant for Squadron 42. I just think that's the way it's going to be, because I think there's this whole thing in the lore, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Anvil and Aegis are like major competitors. And I think that's going to be a thing in the game. Like not like a major thing in the game, but like kind of a side thing that's like, oh, oh, you Aegis or Anvil, that kind of thing. So I think that'll be pretty interesting. It's like I think back in the day there was like a Mercedes versus BMW thing for like luxury vehicles, or like Honda versus Toyota or something. I don't know. I don't know what the car ones are. But like there's certain people like that you like in real life, that there's like brands, PlayStation versus Xbox, that type of thing. Like I think that's what they're gonna kind of do, is like a brand versus brand type of thing. Um, but I just hope they finish RSI, because there's some ships from RSI that we've been waiting on for a while. Like if they do the Arastra, the Galaxy, the Orion, I mean, whoo, man, I'm like super excited for that stuff. I'm super excited for them to finish up. Um, I think all manufacturers are going to eventually get their time in the sun, but certain manufacturers, they just have so many ships that are backlogged. So what we have: the Orion, the Galaxy, the Apollo, the Arastra. We have what? And then some ships just need to get their functionality. Yeah, yeah. All those ships coming out, incredible. That would be great. Um, Misk, Misk. I think, I don't know. Like, oh yeah, that's what I meant to say about your question, because you said Anvil coming next, and I said Drake after that. But Misk is also becoming a likely candidate, because think about all these things that people are talking about right now about like the leaks and stuff. How many ships is Misk getting? If you look at Misk and Mirai, like if we end up getting this Mirai Guardian and then we get all these other ships that are being talked about, like that would be like 3 or 4 Misk ships, like in succession. So it's starting to look like Misk might be the next manufacturer. And if they are, they have a few ships that they still have to work on. So we need the hull D, the hull B, and the hull E. So 3 ships just before you even leave the hull series. The Starfarer needs a complete rework. So I'll count that as a whole new ship, because that I'm pretty sure that's going to be a brand new ship. The Endeavor, of course, that'll probably come years down the line though. So maybe we don't get that. Maybe we just get like the Endeavor cab or something. Like we don't get the whole thing. Or maybe we just get like one module. Like it comes like you get the Endeavor, and then you just get one module. Like we had with the Retaliator, we had 2 modules. But I think with the Endeavor, we would get just one. So like we get the Endeavor, which I think they're just going to take the Odyssey and kind of smack it on front of the rest of it, and then change the Odyssey around just enough to where it doesn't seem like it's just an Odyssey on the front. But I think that's pretty much, I think the Odyssey is basically the Endeavor cab. And yeah, I think they'll put that on the front, and then the rest is what they'll spend most of their time working on. And then I think they'll give it something basic, and I think what they're going to give it is the research. I think it'll get its science variant first, because if it gets the science variant first, then they don't really have to add gameplay to that. They could just like say, oh, well, we kind of know where this gameplay is headed, so we know this machine needs to be here, this machine needs to be here, this machine needs to be here. And then they give it some very minor purpose, right? So like tier 0 science gameplay could just be insert a specimen, and then out pops, insert specimen 1, insert specimen 2, and then out pops, you know, compound number A, or compound A, right? Like if you insert these two things, it'll be like basic crafting is what I'm assuming it'll be. But that would be pretty cool. But yeah, Mysk has some other stuff. They have to redo the Reliant series. Well, they don't have to redo them, but they have to update them. What else are we missing? The Expanse. Yeah, we got some things that are missing from Mysk. So I would not be surprised if Mysk ends up getting going next. So that's the way I have it. I have it Anvil, Drake. I'll say Drake and Mysk are like tied right now for second place. I wouldn't put Mysk at third just because of what's going on recently. But yeah, there's we got 14 people on Twitch. Yo, I love it. I love it. If you're on YouTube, make sure you dual stream so you can qualify for both of the prizes, and make sure you leave a comment 7 minutes in between so that way I know you watched the stream. All right, I did do a review on the RSI Aurora. I already knew that wasn't going to be a very popular video, but like I said, we're reviewing every ship, and the RSI Aurora is a ship, and it's got 5 freaking variants. That took me way longer than I expected. But yeah, go check out the RSI Aurora video. Even if you don't care about like the RSI Aurora, just go check it out. Just have it play in the background or something, so that video can get some love. Because I knew as I was making it, I'm like, who's gonna watch an Aurora video? But I'm like, hey, when I say we're gonna do all the ships, we're gonna do all the ships. Yeah. So go give the Aurora video some love. Make sure you're dual streaming if you can. What else we got? We still got at least 13 minutes, so make sure you're putting question in front of your question. I want to answer everybody's questions, so put question and then your question, and then we'll try to get through everybody's, because we're getting closer to the end here. I don't see a whole lot of questions. So yes, I saw somebody said prizes. Yes, so I'm giving away an Atlas with LTI on the Twitch side. So you have to watch 7 streams, and you have to comment 7 minutes in between on Twitch to qualify for the Atlas. And that's why I keep telling people to dual stream, because I know a lot of people prefer to watch on YouTube, but that's okay. You can watch on YouTube and Twitch, and mute whichever one you want. And then we're giving away a ship skin of your choice on YouTube. So for the people who have no interest in streaming on Twitch, I still wanted to make sure I gave a prize to the people on the YouTube side. But the prizes on Twitch will always be better. So that's kind of the caveat there. So you'll always get a prize, but the prizes are going to be better on the Twitch side. So dual streaming is the best way to go. So yes, I will do that every month. And that will be in addition to my regular YouTube giveaway, which this month I'm giving away a Terrapin. And I would like to give away an Anvil Carrack, but you guys gotta get those numbers up. We gotta pump those subscriber numbers up. So make sure you're sharing the videos and stuff. I think we're not on track to do it now. As of right now, I think we have 8 days until CitizenCon, and we still have like 1,000 subscribers to go. So I don't know if it'll happen, but if we get close, I might, but if you're not subscribed, go ahead and get subscribed. If you haven't shared the channel, go share the channel, and maybe we can work something out. We'll see. What else we got here? Let's look at some more questions. I like the idea of a Nova miner, but I'm leaning more towards the Atlas Centaurian platform with a laser and saddlebags. Okay, I like that. The only reason I said tank is because tanks are a little bit more all terrain. So like I can imagine this miner needing to go into caves, but maybe they'll just keep the rock DS as the one that goes in the caves. But I can imagine like having one that can like go up walls and like you know like do crazy stuff. And that's the only reason I said the Nova tank. But the Atlas platform will work too. A hover barge for medical gameplay. I like that, and cargo. So kind of like the hover trolley, except with like a place to sit inside of it as like an actual vehicle, and maybe it has a med bed on it, like a tier 3, or maybe they create like a lower level, like a tier 4, where it because tier 3s are supposed to be the stabilizer beds, but maybe tier 4 becomes the stabilizer bed, and it doesn't actually heal you, it just keeps you from dying, like literally keeps you from dying. Like whatever, it doesn't do anything else, it doesn't restore HP or anything like that. You sit in it, and then it keeps you from dying, like it keeps you at an incapacitated state if you're already incapacitated, so it gets rid of that timer, that incapacitation timer. um, and maybe you stay in a downed state. So like when you're downed and things get blurry and you're about to die, maybe that's the way it keeps you, and it just keeps you there until you can get to a better. That would make sense, I think, for tier 4. Um, and then of course like you're staying in that state, and people can always still use their med guns and stuff on you, so it's not like useless, right? That just keeps you alive while they figure out where to get a med gun from, or maybe they have to search the base and find like a med pin to stab you with, but it keeps you alive, and I think that would be a really cool thing for tier 4. All right, I've been on YouTube for a while. Let me hop over to Twitch and get some of the questions from over there. Let's see. Um, oh crap, we got a lot over here. Hold on. Let me answer some of these. All right, we got a lot. All right. Let's see. We got uh oh wait, I answered some of these already. Okay. What do you think about the new MFD, and specifically the velocity indicator and the lack of values for the speed limiter? I haven't played with it enough to give you a solid opinion, so I'll leave that one for after I play it some more. Like I said, I'm getting ready for CitizenCon, so I don't have enough time to really engage with these things. I've seen it, but I don't have enough experience with it to judge whether I like it or not. So that's all I can really say about it. Um, it says at sitcon you got to ambush executor algorithm in the bathroom to tell them that they're your favorite streamer to carry on Fast Cart's tradition that he started with Paul and Astropub. Is that what's happening? We're ambushing people in the bathrooms? I don't know about the bathroom. I ambush, yeah, but like I don't know about the bathroom. But yeah, that I do look forward to. That's like one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to. Yes, CitizenCon will be great. They'll announce some new stuff, but really it's about meeting a lot of you guys. Like this community has been one of the greatest communities I've ever been a part of, which is why I don't mind giving away so much stuff and paying with my own money. CIG does give me ships now, but even when they give me ships, most of the time I upgrade it to something else, like something better. Unless they give me something that I already think is just incredible anyway, which sometimes they do. But for the most part, I either will add a skin to whatever they give me, or upgrade it to something better. But most of the time, I end up buying a ship and doing. When they do that, I end up giving away another ship. So I'm always spending money, regardless of whether CIG gives me a ship to give away. I'm always going to give away something that I paid for from my own pocket. And the reason I do that is because this community is incredible. To allow a YouTuber to come into this community with no experience and let me like figure out how to do the streaming thing and figure out how to do the YouTube thing and like be as supportive as you guys have been, like has been incredible experience. And like I've had so many people from other channels, Soul Citizens, um, uh, Star Jump Grim. Like, you know, he supported me when I was like, you know, making my first ship reviews and stuff, and I was using the what is it? I don't want to say the name wrong. Hanger.link. I was about to say something else. I don't want to plug anybody else by accident there. But go check out the Star Jump Fleet Viewer and Hanger.link if you haven't already. Those things are awesome. But yeah, I've got a lot of support. I've got a lot of support from the community, and that's why I love giving this stuff away. But I'm looking so much forward to meeting these guys like Soul Citizens, the Info Runners, Space Tomato, all these people that I see and I watch their streams all the time. You know, 3 years ago I was just a fan watching all this stuff, and now like I'm part of the crew. So yeah, it's been a great experience. And I look forward to like hopefully someday doing YouTube as my only job. Look, I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. If I ever get to the point where I'm doing YouTube as my only job, I'm gonna be the best YouTuber there is. Ever. Like I'm not, there's no humbleness at all. If I ever become a full-time YouTuber, I will be the best YouTuber there ever was. Like it's not even going to be close. I'm going to be like going to different cities and doing my own like bar citizens. Like I'm going to be giving away every ship. Like I'll probably just start at the beginning and give away every ship in Star Citizen. Like I'm telling you, like me as a full-time, what you want a me as a full-time YouTuber. I'm telling you now, as a full-time YouTuber, full-time streamer, I am the guy that you want. I promise you, because I will be out in the streets, folks. Cause it's kind of like the dream job. I think for me is like, you know, I have multiple dream jobs, I think, but this is one of them where I can literally just talk about the game I love all day, every day for work, and then when I get off work, I'm still like super excited to play the game and everything like that. But yeah, I would definitely go and visit people who stream. My member perks would be they would be incredible. I would be doing like I'm coming to your city. I would be doing like like all types of stuff. So yeah, that's the dream. The dream is to get there, and be like the greatest YouTuber who ever lived. Mr. Beast, eat your heart out. Well, yeah, old Mr. Beast. Because I don't know what you got going on now, but yeah, we'll leave that alone. When you say, okay, wait, hold on. I want to answer these in order. Do you think that you could customize the Endeavor before you buy it with a ship customizer? I do not think that will happen. I think for the capital ships, like the large and capital ships, I think skins are going to be hard to come by. But I do think the Endeavor will release with a skin. I'm surprised it did. Like, well, I guess I'm not surprised because of when it came out. But I think every ship from now on is going to release with a skin. And if you didn't know, every time a ship releases with a skin, buy that skin, because even if you don't want it, it will be rare in the future. And I learned my lesson because I didn't get the Nautilus Solstice. I didn't get that. Now it's worth like so much money, ridiculous amount of money. And then the Liberator, I think the Valkyrie Liberator skin, man. There's so many times where I missed out on skins because I didn't purchase it because I was like, I'm not even sure if I'll want that ship. But every time, I'm telling you, every time a ship releases, like concept releases, buy the skins. Melt them into your buyback if you want, but buy the skins, because those skins are going to be worth money in the future because they're going to be harder to come by. Just my 2 cents. If you're in a place where you're adding money to the game, of course. Let's see. I think having a drop ship that could do a low altitude drop for combat mechs would be awesome. That would be cool. So I guess I didn't think of it that way. When you say fall damage, the low altitude drop mech makes sense. Like Storm the base mech, where you can like jump out of a vehicle and land. However, again, copyright. Titanfall did that, so I don't know if they own that, but they did have mechs that drop from orbital space. I mean, they didn't invent it, but I'm just saying like they whatever they do with that, they have to make sure that they don't run afoul of other games. There's obviously Halo, orbital drop ship shock troopers. I think orbital drop shock troopers. I think that's what ODST stood for. You going to change the logo in the background to your ninjas one? I like the Phoenix. But maybe if I can figure out how to do that in a way that makes sense, maybe I'll send this image to somebody who's like really good at photo editing and they can make it seem like that's like the ninja logo back there. But the thing is the lighting is wrong. So like you see how it's blue lighting coming off of that? It would have to be like green lighting or a little bit of gold at the bottom and then green lighting at the top for it to make sense. So whoever does it would have to do that. And I think that would be a pretty cool background. So we'll see. That's more of a long-term goal than a short-term goal though. Good content. Thank you. Thank you. What manufacturer is next? I answered that one. When you say this is just our rating, who is our? Ray. Ray, you watched enough videos. You know who our is. It's me and it's Steve, who's standing right here. Steve doesn't come on camera though. Steve doesn't come on camera. It's me and Steve. You know this. You know this, Ray. You've watched enough videos. Steve, you stay over there. No, you can't come on camera. No, you can't come on camera. All right? You stay over there. All right? And you do whatever it is you do. All right? Yeah. Stay in your editing station. But yeah, that's who it is. It's us. Yeah. But also it's the Billionaire Ninjas. So Billionaire Ninjas was always meant to be a community. It was never meant to just be like my channel. And that's why I say our, because I'm kind of talking about all of us, right? Like, when I started Billionaire Ninjas, it was supposed to be like, I am starting this group of people who is going to be like a section of the community who isn't toxic, who isn't, who isn't just complaining about everything, but like we're people who are interested in the game and people who like to talk about the game, and we're forming our own little community over here. It's part of the Star Citizen community, but like we're gonna kind of block off and only allow people in here who are positive and trying to make the game better, make the community better, and things like that. So when I say our, I'm trying to be inclusive of everybody, and I'm also always including my members. At the time I started it, I didn't have any members, but now I think I have like 42 members, which is absolutely insane. So thank you to everybody, including you, Ray. Like you guys, you members, like it blows my mind every time I find out that I have a member. I'm like, you can watch this stuff for free. But yeah, there are perks and stuff. You get like unique content and stuff. Like I give you guys some stuff. That stuff is going to get much better after CitizenCon, by the way. If you're a member and you're like, all right, like where's the perks? I've given you a few things. Like you'll get some more exclusive videos and stuff like that. But after CitizenCon, I have so much more. Like there's going to be behind the scenes stuff. There's going to be a whole bunch more stuff after CitizenCon that's going to come your way. I even have some videos that are going to be about Star Citizen that will be member only. So that will come, but I need extra time to do that because I still need to give my regular Star Citizen content. So yeah, if you're not a member, consider hitting that join button. If you're not subscribed, consider hitting that subscribe button. I know I say that in all my videos. I love it. Trying to get some consistency going with that. And also, remember, digital ships aren't imaginary. Digital ships are imagine necessary. All right, what else we got here? About more perks. What are your opinions on those? Oh yes, I got to get back to you on that. Again, I'm super behind on everything. I did read them. I read them. I like them. I think I liked all of them actually. I don't think there was a single one that I didn't like. But to give you a more in-depth response, I'm gonna have to wait because I have so many ships to do. Um, Thoughts on future ships? Keep making new ones or hit all the old ones? Balance, balance, my friends. What did? Oh wait, no, that was. I was thinking of a Bruce Lee quote, but he said, "Be water, my friends." But that's a little different than what I'm hitting. No, I think they have to balance it. And what I think is it should be 75% finish old ships and 25% finish new ships because you have to keep the new hotness coming, right? I think every 3 months they should release a new ship. Actually, every 2 months actually would make more sense because every 2 months they should either be releasing an old ship or finishing a new ship. Or wait, am I saying that right? No, releasing a new ship, as in a concept or straight to flyable, every 2 months, and then um, that's the choice. Either release a ship or release a concept, or you could finish an old ship. And I think if they did that every 2 months and kept 75% of that releasing old ships, they would be catching up steadily on the old ships while finishing um, newer ships. Now, the caveat I'll say is I think they need to release more ships without their functionality. And the reason I say that is because a lot of what holds CIG back, I think, from releasing older ships is because they don't have their functionality. But what they don't, I think, understand as much as they should is that people don't care. People just want to fly them around. They literally just want to fly them around. So that and you know, people will complain and they'll be like, well, I want my functionality. But it's like, no, you want your ship. You want your ship, but you also want functionality. So, you know, I think that's going to be, and I think this is a conversation that CIG needs to kind of have more in depth with fans to see what everybody thinks. This is just my opinion. But I think you release the ship with tier 0 gameplay. Like, you know, like I was saying with science, like all it is you pop things in and then something else pops out. And it's very like completely unrealistic and completely dumb and like it doesn't, like it shouldn't even be remotely believable as a way that this thing will actually work. But the gameplay is just there in a basic function. And I think that's what they need to do more of. Like, don't worry about the realism right now. Put the ship in the game, give it its tier 0, you know, medical gameplay, give us a tier 1 bed that just heals everything. Like, that's it. Like, you could do the Apollo, give us the tier 1 bed, it heals everything. Obviously, that's not the way it's going to work in the future, but we don't care. Because right now, we just want the ship in the game with that basic gameplay, and then we'll go forward from there. We'll make it work. We'll make it work, CIG. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so that's the way I feel. If you're on YouTube, make sure you're dual streaming on Twitch so that you can qualify for our prize and everything. If you're just joining, we're already over the time by 8 minutes. But like I said, I owe you guys some time because I started the stream super late, trying to figure out this tripod and trying to give you guys some time to ask questions. So yeah, we're gonna keep it going until I get these questions answered. Let's see. Make sure you put question in front of your question so that we can make sure you're good there. Let's see. Do you think they will ever remove some rocks or trees near the distribution center so we can have a smooth ride? I do think I think at some point CIG is gonna do like a planet pass and just remove trees, like, because I think, or if they don't remove them, they'll keep them from clipping. Like, you won't be able to run into them. You'll like go straight through them. And I just think because when they originally did the planetary tech, like I'm talking like V1, V2, I don't think they anticipated as many trees being able to block all the ground vehicles as much. So I do think they're going to switch that up. Rocks, I think, are going to go the way of the dodo. Like, I think all rocks are going to end up being like clipping. Like, you're just going to go straight through it, except for the ones that have mineable materials. So I'll say that. If you have one old concept to make right away, what would it be? Ooh. this is one of those questions where like I could be super like selfish and be like, my ship, the Endeavor, right? But like I when I say when I answer a question like this, I think I owe a duty to like pick a ship that is uh gonna be useful for everybody or everything. So let me go into my let me dip into my bag here and see what I can pull out. Um, let's start with uh yeah, I'm gonna do it. I just because I think this ship, I think the ship that most people are waiting for is the Banu Merchantman. So yeah, that would have to be it. I think the Banu Merchantman is going to change the game. It's going to change the cargo game. It's going to change the like capital ship game. It's going to change the way we buy things. It's going to change like the way we purchase things, because imagine if you have a Banu Merchantman and you can just go buy things from like the pyro system and then put them in your ship, come back and sell them for, sell things that you can't get in the Stanton system, but you come to the Stanton system, park your Banu Merchantman, and sell things from the pyro system. Like, I can just, like, the gameplay opportunities are crazy. It would be the first time we get size 8 guns. Like, there's a lot. That because it's a legit combat ship. It has the PDS on it, so that, it would bring a lot of things to the game. So, but I feel like that's still a little selfish because I am waiting on the Banu Merchantman. So I'm gonna go one step further, and I'm gonna say a ship that's not super expensive, and I'm gonna go. Well, I guess that is still expensive, but it's not as expensive. Well, actually, it is. I think they're actually. Well, no, it's not as expensive, but it's still expensive. I'll go with the Liberator. I think the Liberator is going to change the way a lot of people play the game as well, because you're going to be able to attach ships to it, take them to another place, at the same time they'll have to make it to where you can't just uh, spawn your ship, or maybe they don't have to do that. They just make it to where you when you spawn your ship, the wait times, the claim times are a little bit longer, so that it makes people want to use a Liberator instead. Or they could do NPC Liberators flying your ships actually to where they're supposed to go. Um, and yeah, I think they could do that. That would bring some stuff. Cargo gameplay. It's also like a ship that can land on planets and release tanks out of the front of it and stuff. So, yeah, I think that would be a pretty cool one. I could probably go a little bit more in depth, but we're talking older ships. Liberator, I'm not even 100% sure is that old. Um, I think the Liberator might actually be considered new if you count it next to everything else. So I'll give you one more just in case. The Vulcan. I think the Vulcan and repair gameplay. That one's it might sound selfish coming from me because that's going to be my daily driver, but I think that's going to be a lot of people's daily driver, because going around with a ship that can repair other ships when the majority of ships in Star Citizen are always going to be damaged because they just got done fighting or whatever. I think that's going to be really cool, and I also think it fits with the new repair missions that they've got coming in. So, yeah, here we go. Let's see. Um, let's see. Way too much negativity in regular life. Keep Star Citizen and games free and good and light in a sense. Yes. That's what I'm hoping that I end up bringing to this, that when it's all said and done, that's what I hope I end up bringing to the Star Citizen community, like a consistent positive, space to exist. That's what I want Billionaire Ninjas to be, like a fun space. That doesn't mean we're not going to like address certain massive things that are wrong. We'll still talk about stuff, but we when we talk about stuff, like I talked about, um, there was something I didn't like. I think it was like a ship sale or something I didn't like. I can't remember what it was, but it was something I didn't like, and I'll just address it like every human should address it. But I'm not gonna make it like my goal in life to destroy CIG because of this, right? Like, I think that's what ends up happening. Really, I think it should just be, hey, CIG, look, this is a problem. We need to fix it. Here's how you should fix it, in my opinion. But whatever you do, you need to fix it. And then we move on because that's life. Like, I don't expect CIG to be perfect. And I also am not going to act like every time they're not perfect that it's time to, empty my entire fleet and run for the hills. So, yes, let's keep things positive. And that's what I hope to kind of help bring to the community. Let's see. Solstice paint for the Zeus and buyback. That's a good one. I don't think I even have that one. I might have to pick that one up before the Zeus gets to live because it might go up in price. Yes. Kai Wolf said, I agree with not needing full functionality. MSR is proof. No data running in game, yet still fun to do cargo in. Exactly. Like, we don't need the full gameplay. We just need something to do with the ship, right? People will literally, I guarantee you, when the Javelin comes out, people will do box missions, delivery missions in the Javelin just for the giggles, right? So, like, trust me, CIG, I get what your plan is. Release ships as necessary, right? Like, I still want them to release ships based on some, destination that they're going to, right? Like, I want them to be like, next we're working on repair gameplay, so here's some repair ships or whatever. But, like, we don't need all of the gameplay. Tier 0, that's all we need. And sometimes we don't even need that if it has a secondary purpose like the MSR, right? Like, if it has cargo, we don't need the main gameplay. We'll just use it for cargo, Let's see what else we got. It says, now you can stream longer. What are your thoughts on new ship releases during CitizenCon, all around ships or more focused? I think they should. I think CitizenCon is the time for hype. All right. So I think most concepts should be released at CitizenCon. Like, if you're gonna do concept ships, you do it at CitizenCon. I think straight to flyyables should be released at CitizenCon as well because it's a live event. You can gauge people's enjoyment of stuff like that. Like when the Valkyrie, I don't know if you guys, how long everybody's been following Star Citizen, but I think it was 2020 or 2021 when they released the Valkyrie. No, I think it would have been before that. I think it would have been 2019. I think it would have been 2019 when they released the Valkyrie. And when they released that thing and we saw it the first time, people were going crazy. Like, I think I was on a stream watching, like, with a bunch of other people, and everybody was like, oh my God, that thing is awesome. Like, CitizenCon is the time for hype. So, concepts galore. If they had 20 concept ships, I don't care because that's the time to do it, right? Now, maybe we don't get those ships for 6 or 7 years, but, like, the idea is CitizenCon is the time to hype up Star Citizen. It's the one time where you can hype it up as much as you want, and I don't care because that's the entire point. But what type of ships should they release? I think they should go. Right now, we're missing the middle area, right? Like, we have the 400i, we have the Constellations, the Corsair. We got a few ships in there, but we need a lot more ships in that middle range. That middle to high range, not capital ships, but like the, large and sub-capital. I think we need to fill in that blank right there. I think that's where we're missing. And I think that the majority of people who spend a lot of money on Star Citizen, a lot of money being more than $200, I would say those are the ships they're most interested in. Those are the ships also that you're going to get people to keep, because a lot of people right now are not keeping the super cheap ships. Well, I wouldn't say a lot of people. I'd say there's a non-insignificant amount of people that are not keeping those smaller ships. So I think more mid-range ships, more size-wise. But I like multi-role ships, so I would really never say they should be focused on one thing. We should have a ship that's purpose-built only for one purpose. But then I think the majority of ships should be multi-role and just be kind of more jack of all trades. Uh, he said, "Hey, you can be a little selfish sometimes." I will be selfish with my time. So like after Star Citizen, after Citizen Con, I won't be releasing videos every day like I used to. I will be releasing a crap ton of videos though. Definitely more than the average streamer and YouTuber. Definitely. So um, it'll be like I'll say at a minimum three videos a week at a minimum. Not including my streams because I'll still be doing 3 streams. So 3 videos, 3 streams, and then on top of all of that, I'll every once in a while when I get like a bunch of free time, I'll slip some extra videos in there. Yeah. Question: do you think they will make more carriers from other brands? Absolutely. I think we'll get a carrier from at least 3 or 4 more brands. I'll say 4. I'll say we'll get at least 4 more carriers at different sizes, right? We still don't have like a little pocket carrier that can only carry like one ship. I thought that's what the Ironclad was going to be, but it's not. It's not thick enough, really. It kind of can, but I want a ship, and I mean technically the Crucible could be this as well because the Crucible can fit some decent sized medium ships. But I want a ship that is a carrier for only one, right? Like it can fit like take whatever the average medium ship size is, right? Like right in the middle. Whatever ship is right in the middle of average sized for the medium size and make it fit that. And so then it could fit everything underneath it, maybe multiples of some of the snubs and stuff like that. And that's what I think we need still. Um, and that might end up being the Ironclad. They might end up saying like, "Hey, this could be that ship," but we'll see. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to as far as carriers. And then I think we still need a bigger carrier, and that sounds crazy to say, but I think we need a carrier that can carry large ships. Um, I don't think we don't need a carrier that can carry like sub capitals, but like I think we need a carrier that can carry like at least not maybe not large ships. Let's go every medium ship. Like we should have a carrier that has spaces on the top, like at least 3 spaces just for medium ships, not small ships, medium ships, and every medium ship that exists in the game should be able to land on that thing. Because I think maybe once you get to large ships, you no longer those shouldn't really be part of a carrier. So I would say medium is probably the most reasonable thing. And then maybe we can have one large ship that's able to fit on there as well. Like maybe 1 or 2 large ships that you can fit on there. Like as in kind of the if it fits it ships kind of thing. Um, but yeah, that's what I would say as far as carriers. Um, yeah, how long was the Merlin in the Connie before docking worked? Forever, a long time. So yeah. Then let's see. Can the Ironclad take multiple ships? Multiple small ships, but not every small ship can fit. So be wary of that. Um, Bigger Liberator with just an open belly, park a hammy in the middle. That would work. That would definitely work. All right, let's we're nearing the end of the stream here, so make sure you pop your questions in, because I want to answer everybody's questions. I'm gonna pop back over to YouTube and see what else is on there. Make sure you put question in front of it so I know that it's a question. Let's pop back over to YouTube. There's gotta be a lot of questions on here too that I haven't answered. Cargo ground vehicle like big trucks. I want those. I definitely want a cargo vehicle. Um, I want a cargo vehicle that carries as much as like a small cargo ship. Like I want something that carries like I guess what I want is like an 18 wheeler kind of, but like a futuristic 18 wheeler. Maybe a hover 18 wheeler. Like a I want something that carries a 32 SCU box. That's what I want. I want something that you can plop a 32 SCU box on it, which means because if it can fit a 32 SCU box, that means it can fit everything underneath. So then you can just put whatever else you want on it, and then it can carry that wherever you want it. 32 SCU I think is perfectly reasonable for a dedicated cargo vehicle. Now, what ship can carry this massive 32 SCU 18 wheeler? Not many, but that's the point. Or maybe instead of it being like having like a metal base or something that the box sits on, it expands. Because you know how like 18 wheelers in real life, they have like the cab, and then they have the thing that attaches on the back, the trailer that attaches on the back. Like maybe you can either detach it, or because it's the future, why would you detach it? It just shrinks into the cab. Like it goes back, like the cab is here, and then the thing switches in. Look at my finger puppets. It like shrinks into the back of it, as in like it extends out, and then it collapses back into the back of the cab, and then you'd be able to take it with you more places. But I think that would be a really cool idea. Medical mech, faster movement in the field and armor for the medic. Triage gun, I like that. Maybe, yeah, like it could have, the medical mech could have like a gun that's a little better than like the med gun. Like it heals more or something like that, like a tier 2 med gun. Drake Corvette after RSI, I would love to see that. They do need the Liberator with Pyro coming. I didn't think about that. So, yes. Who makes the Anvil makes the Liberator though, right? So that would mean Anvil's next, right? Hey, 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 hey. Just saying. Oh yeah, you said there you go. That's why I'm betting Anvil. There you go. Yeah. Rajat Nemiable. Glad you were able to catch the stream. Yeah. This is probably gonna end up being my longest stream. I think I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. I'm answering these questions though, folks. Once I'm done with the questions though, I will pop off. But I got a few more in here. Zeus CL or C1, what would be my preference? CL versus C1. Right now, I think the C1 is king. The CL is gonna have the cooler arm, but neither one of them can fit an Ursa though. So I don't know. I think I'll go with the Zeus CL because it has the cool arm coming out of it, and I also like the interior a little bit more now that I've seen it. So I'll go with the CL, but only because you're making me choose. I think they're both very evenly matched because the C1 is, I think, going to be faster. I don't know if they have the stats up yet, but I'm pretty sure the C1 is going to be faster and more combat capable. So I think the C1 is still going to have its place in the verse. Let's see. No experience and don't show. You're doing great. I appreciate that, Ryan. Oh, sorry, Solid Exodus. I didn't see you before you went to bed. Said just wanted to stop by before you went to bed. Love your videos and can't wait to see what's next. Man, I can't wait to see what's next. But thanks for the support. I appreciate you. One of my Joni ninjas there. Yes, we could watch for free, but it's great to support good content creation from a fellow vet. I appreciate that, Damon. And thank you for your service. Don't burn yourself out. I promise I won't. I have a family. My family keeps me sane and they keep me focused. My wife has been super understanding about me trying to start this YouTube thing. And that, so, shout out to my wife. And I think one of the interesting things is we made kind of a deal, like I can stream And I can do as much as I can until CitizenCon, right? So I can go crazy until CitizenCon, and then afterwards I have to put it on a schedule. So that's our deal. No burnout coming. It's more of a like I'm in my hustle phase until CitizenCon, and then I can slowly release. But yeah, I'm very careful not to burn myself out. For the YouTube giveaway, you do not need the 7-minute gap. Only for the Twitch giveaway. Because Twitch, I need those comments 7 minutes apart on Twitch because it's got to be a continuous stream on Twitch. So there's the balance part there. On YouTube, you enter just from, leaving the comment, but on Twitch, you got to work a little bit more for it, but you get a better price. You're right. Titanfall does not own the rights to mech drops, but if you know what I do in my personal life, then you know that I can tell you that it's very possible that they could still get sued even without owning the rights. And I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, trees need to change. That's true. What's up, Carl Bullard? Liberator was introduced. It was 21. Okay. Liberator was introduced. Sitcon 21. Okay. I thought it was 19. I thought it was older than that. But all the days, they meld together now. Somebody said they're 1,200 deep. Stop. Who is that? OG Smoking? Stop. You're only 1,200 in. You can still save yourself. Stop buying ships. Find 3 or 4 ships that you like and just stop. Melt old ships. You can earn everything in game, man. You can earn it all. I'm coming to you as a person who has spent literally 10 times more than you. Don't do it. Come back. Come back. Don't go to the dark side. All right. Let's see what else we got. Waiting for my Polaris. Yes, we all are. Ryan said, thank you. Looking for a stepping stone to the constellation. Exactly. Like, we need more middle range ships. All right. I think we're almost out of questions. Let's see. I'll go back to Twitch, see what we got over here. Yeah, a lot of people are saying this is their first one they were actually able to catch. This is my longest stream. And it looks like I should probably extend my stream time a little bit. Maybe 1 hour isn't going to cut it. What do you guys think? I mean, I can't extend it too much, but I think maybe I'll, instead of just saying it'll be 1 hour, that's like the minimum time. Like, it'll at least be 1 hour. Because I've been going over anyway, so. Yeah. I think I could extend it a little bit. Make sure everybody can catch the stream. If the Zeus has a 51-minute claim timer, that's not going to stay that way. The Zeus is not that level of ship to have a 51-minute claim timer. So that's obviously a glitch. Introducing the new 2980 Crusader Storm Whale, capital class fleet carrier. I like it. Mr. Gas Daddy said, could literally make a hull A with wheels. I like it. I like it. Fingers crossed Anvil is next for that Crucible. Yes, the Crucible. Ooh, I forgot. Yes, Anvil makes the Crucible. So Anvil being next would be very awesome. I have a Crucible, so I'm down for it. Mr. Gas Daddy said $1,000 and then melt everything. Oh, what happened? Are we still live? My computer decided it wanted to do something weird. Oh no. Oh no. Are we still live? I think my computer decided it wanted to freak out. So So if you can still see me, great. Let me do some quick work here. See if I can fix whatever's going on. We might have too much stuff open, so let's close some of this stuff. My computer's pretty beastie though, so that's weird that I'm getting that. Okay, I think we're back. Twitch, are you still there? Okay, I think we're good. That was weird. My computer just freaked out. I thought it like ended the stream and everything, but it looks like it didn't. Looks like we're still good. Oh, I can't do anything on my Twitch though. Hold on. All right. Well, I'm gonna assume we're still going. I don't know if we are, but I'm gonna assume we're still going. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm back up. All right. It's working. All right. All right. Cool. I don't know. My computer has been having a time. It might be time to retire, old girl. I don't want to do that though, man. I just spent all this money on this camera stuff. But we'll see. Okay, so I went black for a little while. Okay. All right. All right, we're good. All right. I still had a few more questions I was trying to answer before I ended the stream though. Let's see. Well, at least the stream didn't end right when I first joined. Oh yeah, I said that already. Yes, so yeah, I think I'll probably end up doing slightly longer streams because it seems like a lot of people are having that issue where they want to watch, but then like it's the timing of it. But they are going to be saved. So on both Twitch and YouTube, of course, I would prefer you to watch live, but they are all going to be saved afterward. Yeah, I see a lot of people on here saying how much money they're going to spend. Mr. Gazdad, you said you had 1,000 that you were planning on spending after 4 years. So let me talk to you. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Try this. Try $400. Get one larger ship, one smaller ship, and two smaller ships. That's it. That's it. Earn the rest in game. I'm talking to you because I wish somebody would have talked to me. And now I'm almost at $12,000 spent in this game. You don't need it. You don't need it. You do what you want, but you don't need it. You don't. You don't need it. All right. That's all I got. That's all I got for you though. Let's see. Don't forget to raid out. I will raid out. Who should I raid out to, folks? I'm not used to that, so I will definitely do that from now on. I'm definitely raiding out every time. Just let me know how I'm supposed to do that. I think I just put /raid and then the name, if I remember correctly. But yes, I do the streams at different times on different days so that people can try to catch them. So the Wednesday one's at 12. The just so you guys can plan if you're trying to catch it actually live. Wednesday one's at 12. The Saturday one's at 7:30, and then the what's the Monday one? The Monday one's at 5 p.m. and that's all Eastern Standard Time, so that's -4 GMT. All right. So I hope everybody got their comments in. It looks like we're about to end the stream here. I don't see anything. I just want to make sure before I head out. Um, all right. Yeah. Yeah, that's it for the questions. So that means that's it for the stream. Thanks everybody, especially us. I really appreciate people who dual stream like this. That's really helping us out because I think this is the video where we're going to go into the affiliate level. So we'll see. So that means if you're watching this, you quite literally helped me become a Twitch affiliate. So much appreciation. Next, it's on to becoming a Twitch partner, so we can do even better giveaways and stuff. Because that's how I do this. No matter how much money I make on YouTube, a lot of that money is going to go back into the community because it's not about the money. It's about, having this community and being able to like provide a service to this community. At some point it will have to be about money, I guess, if I want to be a YouTube streamer, because it would have to replace like my other income. But I will say this, that is a very long time away because it would have to replace all of my income, and it would have to do so in a way where my wife was comfortable with me quitting my jobs. So I think we're a long way away from that. So yeah, that's a long ways away. So anyway, thank you to everybody. I look forward to doing these giveaways. Make sure you watch during CitizenCon, because during CitizenCon, I have some things that I'll be doing. And there'll be a lot more live streaming. I don't know how the internet's going to be in Manchester, so I can't promise any lengths of time or consistency. But at the very least, a lot of it will be recorded with my phone, because I have this massive camera rig, but that's mainly going to come out when I'm on the show floor. Yeah, but that's mostly what it'll be. It'll mostly be a lot of, stuff from my phone and stuff on the floor if I, can get my camera rig out on time and stuff. So yeah, but thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you for watching, and yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. I'm playing your music out. Have a great afternoon, everybody.